In the second video about Meredith Kercher's murder, I'm looking at a video of Amanda Knox. I think it was after her acquittal, maybe 2014 or 15.
I just wanted to say that I'm incredibly grateful for what has happened, for the justice I've received, for the support that I've had from everyone, from my family, from my friends, to strangers, to people like you. You saved my life, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful that...
So here, that's interesting. So she swallows. So let's look at this again. So there's a big swallow. She's a hard time buying it herself, I think.
I'm so grateful to have my life back.
And now she's smiling and laughing. I mean, of course, it could be because she's really immensely happy that she has her life back. So one has to be slightly careful here.
Thank you. And
so here again, so I think this is just a play here. She doesn't know what to say, really. It doesn't come naturally. So she has these pauses to construct the story. And again, smiles and duping delight. This is, when you fool people and makes them believe your story, your constructed story. It's like it's a pleasure you get out of controlling people and getting away with things.
That's all I can say.
So it's hard to tell, of course, with a being happy about the acquittal and, what is a duping delight.
That's all I can say.
She's shaking her head. She can't believe it herself.
That's all I can say. Right now, I'm still absorbing what all of this means, and what comes to mind is my gratitude for.
I think this is just played here. It's the whole thing. It's just theater.
I don't know. I'm still absorbing the present moment, which is full of joy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Other
was
than,
interesting.
again, we're...
Let's look at the boyfriend. If that's the boyfriend, I don't know. It looks like it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There was a little bit a sign of disgust here, showing the teeth and raising the upper lip.
Other than, again, we're so grateful. I mean, I know that you're all here, but we really just need time as a family to kind of digest. And again, so thankful that everything is finally right. Is kind of what.
Oh, that was an unpleasant question at the very end when it almost was done, and now her mom looks at her. She's also very interested, apparently, what she has to say about it. It's interesting.
Meredith was my friend, and
so she doesn't know what to say. She pretends she can't breathe.
She deserved so much in this life.
So she's smiling, duping delight. So this is quite a strong thing now. If she's talking about a flatmate, and she has a smile on her face and shaking her head. She just doesn't know what to say about her.
I'm the lucky one.
It's a lucky one and a smile. So of course it could mean she's a lucky one because she wasn't there, and if she would have been there, she might have been killed as well. Or she says she's lucky because she got away with murder. Yeah, so that's a question here.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
I got to
we really can't do that then. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
So now let's also look at Rudy Guede, who was apparently in the house. He says he was hiding in the bathroom, and then later on, when he heard something suspicious, he went out and he tried to save Meredith. But then he got scared and fled the scene and was later arrested. This is the only interview I could find about him. So he's in prison.
Col sangue, sì, perché c'avevo le mani insanguinate, perché mentre tentavo di soccorrerla,
saying he tried to help her.
Il suo sangue, no? E dunque cerco affa, sento lei, aff.
So there are a lot of details who would come up with something like that if it wouldn't have happened.
Ragazzo di 20 anni, trovarsi dinanzi a una situazione del genere, da un momento all'altro, così, boom, dal nulla, cioè lo shock, la paura ha prevalso su di me e non mi ha più fatto ragionare.
So overall he's very articulate.
Sì che io uscissi da quella casa.
So here he looks down quite a bit. In the rest of the interview he doesn't.
L'errore più, guardi,
And he, of course, looks
Anni
also at the
dopo,
plan, but I think he
pensando,
feels
anni dopo e tempo dopo,
looking down is as a
pensando
sign of guilt, but in
a
this case,
questo
I think
fatto
it's
che
just
non sono riuscito
shame
a
that he
perdere la
just fled
paura,
and
dallo
and
shock,
didn't save
queste
her.
cose, c'ho, non so come dirle, mi sento di non aver fatto quello che avrebbe fatto anche un bambino di 6 anni, chiamare aiuto, chiamare soccorso, non essere stato in grado di soccorrere Meredith. È la cosa,
He looks down. I
per
think
me è
it's
una cosa
shame.
molto dolorosa. Cioè,
I see no signs of deception here.
lei si domanderà perché te ne sei andato via, perché sei scappato.
Looking down is a
queste
sign of
cose.
shame. It's not a sign of guilt here.
Però in quel momento, in quel frangente di momenti, tante cose ti vengono in testa, non lo so, chi ti crederebbe, la parola udita prima, andiamo via, c'è qualcuno.
And of course, he also, in some sense, worked on his image. Like Amanda, she's wearing these innocent clothes. So,
Del treno,
you know, when he was
nelle
arrested, he
vicinanze
looked, of
sono
course, very
state
different, and people talked about him being a drifter and so on.
che gli è stato riferito che c'era una persona di colore in casa e pur di pararsi
So first, Amanda accused her boss, who was also black,
non ha fatto altro che
Patrick Lamamba, but then later on she changed her story
quella sera
because he had an alibi,
alla Knox arriva un messaggio di Mumba che gli diceva
and then he was the one who
dunque se quel
was found
messaggio gli fosse
guilty.
arrivato da Michael Jordan avrebbe detto Michael Jordan.
Questa è la sua versione dei fatti, chiaramente. Comunque va detto che Amanda Knox, nei suoi processi, nel corso dei suoi processi, il suo nome Rudy non l'ha mai fatto. Mai. Lei non se lo ricorda questo.
Sì.
E
Però non essendo stata lei a vedere me, che ero che in qualche modo gli ho...
per ripagare un prezzo per la morte spaventosa di Meredith Kercher.
Guardi, come io ho detto anche durante il processo, io ho chiesto scusa alla famiglia di Meredith e quanto mi sento di non aver fatto il massimo
There's no sign of deception, no duping
che una persona
delight.
potesse fare nei riguardi di un'altra persona, ossia che non sono riuscito a salvare questa ragazza.
So it's interesting. So unlike Amanda, he has actually no problem talking about Meredith Kercher and her family and even apologizing to her. He can talk about this freely. Amanda can't, somehow.
E come ho detto, se mi devo
So he
fare
even says he
20
could do
anni,
time
5, 20 anni,
for not
essere
having
riuscito a
saved
questa
her.
ragazza, non ho nessun problema a farmi questi anni.
Very
Però
honest.
non posso neanche farmi
But he doesn't want to be imprisoned for something,
di galera perché mi si accusa di
for
aver
the
ucciso
for the sexual aggression and the murder.
Meredith. Assolutamente no.
So there's no sign of deception at this moment.
Che io posso solamente dire una
So he's
cosa,
talking again about Meredith's family.
che sicuramente in questo momento, per come si è espressa la giustizia, c'è una persona che sta pagando
He's saying he didn't commit it.
una cosa che non ha fatto. Meredith la deve ancora avere la giustizia e la giustizia penso che qualcuno si dovrà impegnare a dargliela.
Senta, Rudy, sempre Raffaele Sollecito, nel corso di un'altra trasmissione televisiva domenica ha dichiarato: io penso che Rudy Guede sappia tutta la verità su questa vicenda.
Io penso che pure lui, assieme a Knox, sappiano la verità su questa vicenda.
So he believes, Amanda and
Pensiero di cui lei si assume
Sollecito.
Il
responsabilità.
pensiero di cui mi assumo la responsabilità, come si assume la responsabilità le parole del Sollecito, penso questo.
He says they know
Quando
about
ha
it.
detto queste parole io non è che mi sono mosso a
At least he saw Amanda fleeing the scene when he got out of the bathroom and trying to help Meredith. There's a striking difference between Amanda and Rudy. Amanda can't talk about Meredith and her family. She can't feel for her family. She has no empathy. She has these duping delights. She has these speech pauses. She has a huge cognitive load to deal with in the interviews. While he can just freely speak. He's offering, even now as his gesture, he's offering open hands. There's nothing to hide. He can look without staring into the person interviewing. He can freely talk about Meredith's family and apologizing to them for not saving her when he got out of the bathroom, but he says he didn't murder her. So there's no sign of deception in my opinion, and well, to me the case is quite clear. Okay, I hope you liked these two videos, and talk to you next time. Bye.